Alright, we're working on this redwood. It's not a super big redwood, not super tall. It's probably, I don't know, 75 feet tall. Kind of fat at the bottom. The trunk is I don't know, 35 inches, something like that. But the interesting thing is this is a HOA neighborhood, and I should have had my camera on this morning because there's like a feud going on between this lady that the tree's on and then the neighbor. He's got the trunk actually goes onto his side, and there were some arguments about grinding the stump and how she was gonna have to pay for the sprinkler, and it turned into a thing. So it made the whole job kind of really awkward. She's really cool, he's angry, and he's got a tile roof, and so I'm very cautious of anything that goes on that side. I just feel like he's the kind of neighbor that would complain or be hard to deal with if something happens, you know. So we're being super careful over there, and I'll explain the situation when we're down there. I'll show you in person what the scenario is, and you guys can tell me what I know the rules and laws and stuff, but I feel like it'll bring up some conversation, you know what I mean? Okay, rigging set. Cut off whatever I could get away with on the way up here, and then I'm gonna go down this backside, and I'll be able to swing everything away from me into the middle. That's the plan anyway. I changed my mind. I'm gonna stay in the hole right here, just because I don't want to weave. I don't want to weave through that. Good. That was really nice. That's perfect. There we go. They all butt push. truck. Brand new, never been used. 13 feet from the top of the face cut. 10 from the top of the face cut.
10 feet from here? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That way it's not quite so heavy.
I'm really surprised it landed on this thing. Wow.
This thing is like 20 years old.
How old is it?
Not that old.
I picked them up and put them on
Oh,
a
you
log
can
back
count
my
from
dump
here?
trailer.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
25, 30 years old maybe.
30 years old. Yeah, then. Wow.
What do you say, 13?
10.
10?
For the first one.
Hi, honey.
Just over.
10 feet, right?
Come and see. Come and see.
Just cut it in half.
The whole log?
Yeah. So you could have a 9-footer.
Because I marked that one at 13.
What's that? 13 there? Okay, just do that.
And then this one's just over 8.
Oh, that's good. That's fine.
I'll do whatever you want.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, you already got it going.
Your machine will lift.
We'll see.
Okay.
That's why I cut that one shorter than 13 because it's getting big.
That one's 10.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, keep everything easy except for maybe that one.
to the yard this morning, I said, Jerry, what's the tree about like that big? He's all, yeah. Well, this is the stump. I buried a 42-inch bar. Real fat at the bottom, but it was only super nice hinge, by the way. We fell the stub right out there. What was I gonna say? Really big stump, but it tapered. And it was only like 65, 70 feet. But the whole reason this tree's coming out is because it's messing up her foundation, and it's messing up their foundation. And here's the property line right here. So there's root flare, hardcore root flare going that way, and plumbing and stuff. And so there was some conversation this morning about who's responsible for that side, who owns this, and who's responsible for fixing the plumbing. He was saying she's responsible. She was saying he's responsible. So I know the answer. I just want to know what you guys think, and if it's different in different states. In the state of Oregon, anywhere the property line is, the rights, this side they're responsible, this side they're responsible, and that goes for all the way up the tree. All these limbs out here, he could trim. As far as I understand, he can trim as much as he wants, unless it injures the tree in some substantial way. Like if it was a big maple with one huge leaf going out and you cut it all the way off, that would affect the tree long term, and that's a no-go. But when it's small limbs like this, big trunk on this side, but small limbs out there, he could do whatever he wants on his side. So that's how it is in Oregon. I don't know how it is where you guys are from. Let me know. Everybody always asks where the wood goes and why aren't we using it for something. Well, this one's going to get milled, so we'll put this one to use. Thanks for watching.